Hi everyone, welcome you all in GuiNet Technology. Just wait for a while, 1 minute, probably 1 or 2 minutes, and then we'll start. Okay, more people are joining, so probably they are struggling to join, so we are helping them to join, and then we'll start. Okay. All right. So sorry for delay. 2 minutes. We are running late, but no worry. This is the first day, so sometime it's happened like people having some trouble to join the Zoom and all. But no worry, still people are struggling. So people are helping them to join. Meanwhile, we can start because I can see a lot of people are waiting here in the Zoom meeting. So I can see Ajay, Manesh, Rishabh, Santosh, Vihan, Alok, Avinash. So guys, if we have any questions during the presentations or discussion about the SD-WAN, please feel free to ask, right? And if anyone watching on the YouTube and you willing to join the live session and you want to clarify your any question, already I have shared the Zoom link on the like live chat, so you can go and get that Zoom link, and you can just join the live session as well. So you can also interact with me, and you can ask your live questions. If you're not feeling good to join the Zoom session, you can ask your question on the YouTube as well. There is no problem. Okay. So uh, whatever or whenever you watching any of the platform, either the YouTube or like our Zoom, you always welcome to start your a discussion with me by asking the right questions. So I will try to address them. All right. So I can see people are joined. Few more people join. So now we're having a more people in the Zoom. All right. So let's start. So welcome you all in GuiNet Technology, and this is our first introduction for the new batch for the Cisco SD-WAN. So I'll be your instructor, and I'll be helping you out to make sure to understand the Cisco portfolio, that is Cisco SD-WAN. Okay. And that basically we call the Viptela SD-WAN as well. So some people call Cisco SD-WAN, some people call Viptela SD-WAN, meaning is going to be same. Either you are calling the Cisco SD-WAN or Viptela SD-WAN, the meaning is remain same. So don't be confused, right? So GuiNet is a training platform. So on the YouTube channel where you can get the all the latest next generation technology based on the Cisco, Versa, Zscaler, Palo Alto, Viptela. You can see here that is SD-WAN and cloud component also coming very soon, and the F5M checkpoint is available, right? So if you guys having any kind of the training requirement, you always reach out to us. You can direct
Sir, I
call
have
us.
one question.
Yes, please tell me.
Sir, I have also doing CCNP Encore NRC, and after that I want to go cloud. So we are doing cloud completely. Some courses we are requirement.
Your name is Saurabh or something else?
Yes, Saurabh.
Okay. I can recognize your voice. Okay. All right. So, Saurabh, to answer you correctly, basically, see, now market is talking about the hybrid solution, right?
Yes.
So if I'm talking about the hybrid, so what that means, so the people should have the very good networking knowledge, right?
Okay.
Followed by the very good on the security knowledge, plus cloud as well. Because this is the future, and this is an, if you club all together, that become the next generation technology, right? Next gen technology.
Security means if I have done CH11 and Palo Alto Firewall, so enough. Yeah, we want to learn more.
See, there is no demarcation point of learning. Always there is a scope of learning. You just have to be improve always in your entire career till the time you are just taking the last breath. Okay, so this is the true side. Everyone have to take a last breath. So until you are just live in the this beautiful world, you just have to keep learning. No choice. Keep learning. Keep learning. So
Okay.
nobody is going to say like this is the last thing you have done and no need to done, because technology is evolving day by day, right? And if
Yes.
technology is evolving day by day, we should have to upgrade. Always you should have to upgrade. Without upgrade, you are going to die. Nobody going to ask. I'm giving an example. Just go 20-year back. Okay, 20-year back, if you're thinking about when even I was not even in the networking, or I was not an engineer, because total year experience around I have 15 years. So that time when people are talking about networking, so what they were talking, might be you able to recall telephones, right? How telephones, the home landline we having, and we were the crazy about, yes, my home have telephones, and everyone like going to PCO doing the calling and everything. So that was a one kind of networking where the communication media was telephone, and that was the craziest thing for them. And what is the underlay technology they are using? They're using the PBX like for the exchange and the frame relay circuits. And that was the crazy thing. Frame relay was a crazy. And everyone was crazy to learn about the frame relay, frame relay, frame relay. Then after uh, like just if you minus 5 year or 6 year, that new technology was introduced. That was MPLS.
MPLS.
Yes.
MPLS
So
now
people,
time is marketing very demanding in MPLS technology.
yes. So
V12 VPN and other MPLS private and private link VPNs. So now time very demanding. Now time.
yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So MPLS was crazy, and engineers were like mad to learn about the MPLS. MPLS. So if you are knowing the MPLS, you are the god of the networking. In that time, that was situation. If you know the BGP MPLS, oh, you know the BGP MPLS, yeah, you are the superman. Okay,
Actually,
that
my after 2 year target is I want to earn around 10 lakh yearly.
10 lakh. How much experience you have?
I have a 1.5 year experience. So my after 2 year, my expectation is 10 lakh. So
So
what should
this
I
is
do?
the like I can say very easy to achieve. Easy to achieve nowadays.
And now time my current package is a 4 LP and
So that's what I'm
only
saying. It's
CCN.
easy to achieve. Even I can say if you are going to around 3 year of experience, and you
Yeah.
having a very good knowledge of networking itself with the followed with the security, any good firewalls like Palo Alto, Checkpoint, or as you mentioned CH as well, you can easily get this 10 LPA. 10 LPA is not a big deal. Even L1 in the market, many good companies, even the fresher, they are offering the 10 LPA, who having the very good background from the education, and they having a very good communication skill and very good analytical skill. That's like not a big deal. You can easily get. So even I'm thinking after 3.5 year plus 4 year experience, you could get the 15 LP as well. But you just have to upgrade yourself, and you have to be highly technically skilled. Not easy. You just have to prove that you are enough capable L2 plus engineer, then you are easily get this package. There's no big deal. Many company, like you just think of the tower research.
Yes.
Tower research, one of the company, they hire very skilled engineer from IIT, IIM kind of the stuff, and also they keep hiring from the markets, right? And then never negotiate with the package. If you crack the interview, whatever demand, if you fall their bracket, they will offer you in regard of the what salary you have. They don't care, right? So they will simply offer as per their bracket. Okay.
And my last question is when will you start cloud engineering? Cloud engineering?
So cloud. It is in pipeline, to be honest, but the only problem is I'm not getting much time to start. That's the only problem I have. So this is why I'm just, lacking here. So it is how it is going to manage. किसी को English में question करने में problem हो तो please ask question in Hindi. Okay, so I get the guideline from internally कि अगर किसी भी मतलब जो लाइव देख रहे हैं, इफ यू फील लाइक कि आपको इंग्लिश में नहीं कंफर्टेबल क्वेश्चन आस्क करने में, सो यू कैन आस्क हिंदी एज वेल, देयर इज नो प्रॉब्लम, आई विल हेल्प यू टू गाइड, एंड आई बिलीव दिस सेशन इज planned by the management team in Hindi, but today is just they advised me to just go in the English, so I'm doing English, but probably we can do in the English and Hindi English both. So अगर आपको
Yes.
किसी को डाउट लग रहा है कि अगर मेरे को समझ नहीं आ रहा है इंग्लिश में, so you can just come in Hindi as well, there is no problem with me. Okay, Saurabh, so what was the last question to you?
When will you start
Okay,
cloud
cloud.
computing?
So cloud, sort of, definitely will get the date. I will start very soon, but I cannot commit right now a date because many things in pipeline.
After completing my CCNP, NRC and course.
Yeah, that time definitely I'll launch one module. There is no problem. That time, unless NRC is going to be complete, that time I'll be thinking to start the cloud, at least one module from the AWS or Azure, because Alibaba already have done certification and everything, but no much demand. So
Which
we'll
one is
think about
better to me?
any AWS or Azure, or if you're running the GCP, either one. So I'm not going to start all, but any of three I'll start. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay.
All right. So हाँ जी बताइए, और किसी क्वेश्चन किसी को? We can discuss if anyone having any question else. Okay, ठीक है, तो अब मैं थोड़ा सा आता हूँ कोर्स कंटेंट, जो मेरा मेन ऑब्जेक्टिव है, दैट इज SDWAN, Cisco SDWAN. So this was like introduction. So welcome you all again, GuiNet technology, or this is a promotional. So let's discuss about SDWAN. Okay. So first thing, whenever you think about SDWAN, so you guys having like confusion. हमें वो बात भी कर रहा था कि थोड़ा सा मैं बता भी देता हूँ कि the problem was like frame relay was come in a picture, then mpls was come in a picture, and then people were very cagey, and then suddenly the new term, it was evolved around 5 year back, that was a main come in a picture 4 to 5 or 3 to 5 year back, where the evolution is very in a high place for the SD-WAN, and then everyone is crazy about that. So first was frame relay, then MPLS, then the SD-WAN. We don't know what next after 10 years. Okay, it might be anything new will going to come, and everyone will start crazy about that. So technologies keep evolving, and we just have to not say we have done, and we no need to learn anything. No, there is always a scope. You just have to upgrade. If you are stop upgrading yourself right now, if you are very good in the frame relay, but no job in a market for frame relay. If you are very good in the MPLS, but very less job in the market for the MPLS support. You are very good in the SD-WAN, very high demand in the market. Everyone is talking about the SD-WAN. So someone is very good in the frame relay, no jobs. Someone is very good in the MPLS, less job with less package. But someone is very good in the SD-WAN, then they having a high demand with a high package, right? So probably if you're a good SD-WAN engineer, it's like 20 LPA, I can say up to 30 LPA, it's not a big deal for you if you're having holding 5 plus or 10 plus around experience, right? So it's very easy to achieve that. Okay, good experience that, because not only SD-WAN, you should very good in the routing and switching plus SD-WAN. And if you know a little bit about the wireless Wi-Fi, if you don't know about the Wi-Fi, if you know any firewall, any combination, that is going to help you a lot. So it could be the anything which is going to help you a lot to boost your salary package to get a high and high pay skill jobs. So that's why everyone is talking about the SD-WAN. So people are thinking, why we need SD-WAN? There is something logic behind of that. What was the problem in the legacy WAN? And that problem going to solve by the SD-WAN. So if I'm talking about the legacy WAN, so what that means? So पहले भी whatever the technology we have, any of the technology, BGP, MPLS, frame relay running, let's suppose this is a router, R1 and R2, they're just having the WAN circuit that is going to connect to ISP. So this is the WAN we called a WAN, right? So in this WAN, what we're doing, we're just connecting the LANs. So this is my LAN. My LAN keep communicating over the WAN to any remote location, any data centers, any remote branch, or any cloud-based application if your services are hosted in the cloud. So it could be anywhere in regard of the where your services, application, or other branches are located. So this is how your LAN is integrated with the WAN, and WAN further connected with the different locations. So there was no problem. Everything was going smooth, and it runs since very long, right? More than 10 years it was running, or I can say around 20 years. WAN technology was keep running very well. Still it's running. Still, I can say 80% customers still using the legacy WAN to just support their LAN infrastructure or connect the offices. So why actually we need to introduce the SD-WAN if the WAN was doing the same problem, like the same solution to just carry the information from one location to another location?
Sir, sorry for interruption.
हाँ जी बताइए, tell me.
एक्चुअली अपने पास लेगेसी नेटवर्क एक हो गया ट्रेडिशनल नेटवर्क, ठीक है। ये ट्रेडिशनल नेटवर्क में जो हो गया जीआर आ गया, डीएम वीपीएन आ गया, हाँ आपको पॉलिसी से आप टनल क्रिएट कर सकते, हब टू सोर्स टू सोर्स के लिए आपके पास डीएम वीपीएन है, यहाँ टनलिंग कर सकते। आपको एप्लीकेशन अवेयर राउटिंग के लिए आपके पास क्यूओएस है, एवरीथिंग है, फिर भी एसडीवैन की जरूरत क्यों है?
हाँ, that's a very good question. So पहले अजीज, I really appreciate, that's a very nice question. ठीक है कि SD-WAN की जरूरत क्यों है, ठीक है। So अभी मैं इसी पे आने वाला था, बट आपने पूछ लिया तो चलो मैं बता देता हूँ, ठीक है। तो पहले बात हमें ये डिमार्केशन करना पड़ेगा कि what does mean of the legacy network and traditional network. If we talk about what is a legacy network and traditional network, so ये दोनों का मीनिंग सेम होगा। पहली बात ये रखो, जब मैं ट्रेडिशनल नेटवर्क बोलता हूँ और लेगेसी नेटवर्क बोलता हूँ तो इनका मीनिंग सेम होता है। इसका मीनिंग क्या होता है कि हमारा लेगेसी वैन और ट्रेडिशनल वैन की हम कम्युनिकेशन कर रहे हैं। मतलब ट्रेडिशनल वैन होगा जिसके अंदर हमारा डिफरेंट आईएसपी होगा, और मान लें कि ये आपका एयरटेल हो गया और ये आपका एटीएनटी हो गया, राइट। सो दिस कुड बी द योर ट्रेडिशनल आईएसपी, और यहाँ पे आपके पीछे लैन इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर कनेक्टेड होगा, एंड दिस इज हाउ your LAN PC is going to communicate to the your remote data center. मान के चलो ये data center है, and this is how the traffic is keep going via this link or via this link. So it could going to be used what? It could be going to use the BGP. It could going to use the MPLS. It could going to use the DM VPNs. It could be the IPSEC. Sorry. It could be the IPSEC. It is going to use any of this. So BGP MPLS, so MPBGP, they are going to over the WAN, could be used the static routing as well. So whatever it is going to use, they all come as a part of the traditional network or the legacy WAN network, right? So this is how it is going to be form the connection from your one site location to data center or your other branch location. It could be the BGP connection, it could be the DM VPN, or could be the IPsec. These were the all solutions, right? So by using, we were doing the all things, right? Now coming to the Ajay's question, he used one of the word AAR, application aware routing, right? Application aware routing. So this is the one of the sophisticated things which is quietly popular in the SD-WAN solution. So what is the application aware routing? So application aware routing, just have to understand. Let's say suppose you want to access the facebook.com. You want to access the whatsapp.com. So these are the application. You want to access the Google Drive, right? Google, this is all application. So these applications, if any user want to access the any application, so legacy environment having a problem, based on the application, we cannot do the routing. But at least told, we having the QS which help us to do the routing based on the application, which we call the N bar, right? N bar. So just note this point. This is the advanced thing we were having. By using the N bar, we can do the some kind of application based of the routing as well. So why SD-WAN we need, right? That's a really good question. So let's understand how the application routing happens based on the either the SD-WAN or N bar, and then we'll try to conclude these all problem and we go with the solutions. So the problem was whenever we wanted to access this Facebook, so my traffic will go in traditional routing network. It will go based on the subnet, which we call prefix. So whatever the destination prefix, always routing happen on the based on the destination information. So if you want to go any destination, let's suppose 123.10.10.10, this is the Facebook destination. So router will check the destination and it will try to find which is the best path, either R1 or R2, and based on that, it will go to the destination via the Airtel or via the AT&T. It's totally depend to the router decision. Based on that destination routing, your destination will receive the packet, and further they will reply based on your source IP, which is going to become the destination again when the packet is landed to the destination end. And again, your routing will reverse going to happen based on your source address. So the routing was keep happening based on the source and destination. So in regard of the what application you are using, if your destination is said Facebook all destination is going to use via this one, so you cannot send the Facebook traffic based to R2 unless this router went die or it is going to be down, or this router forcefully going to become the primary path. So you cannot send the Facebook traffic via this router. So this was a problem because your traditional routing happened based on the destination IP address. But if you want to do the routing based on the application instead of the routing destination address, so what is the solution for that? So yes, this was solution available limited in the QS, which is having the N bar. That was not that much robust solution because your application are changing day by day. Your application are changing day by day, and day by day your application are evolving. So N bar was not too much capable to just handle every application and recognize every application. They having a capability to some extent to recognize the applications, but not all the application, because they're not having the capability of the deep packet inspection, where the application recognition can be happen on the real time basis, whatever the application user are accessing. So that was the problem in the QS, and that is going to be fixed by the SD-WAN solution, where we having the every box in the DPI installed, that we call the deep packet inspection. And based on the DPI inspection, your communication is going to be understand by the router itself, and based on that they understand the flow and the traffic behavior, and then further they can decide if this is the Facebook and you want to send the Facebook traffic via this link, that will definitely go via this link. If you want to send the WhatsApp traffic via this link, that is going definitely send via that link. So this is how SD-WAN is. I'm going to talk a lot of more about with the more examples, but I'm just going to give an example. So legacy WAN, in summary, was not capability to understand the all application, cloud application, real-time application, even we are using the N bar. So that's what the problem, and that problem is going to solve by the SD-WAN solution. Ajay, so I hope this short answer will give you the better idea, but we'll definitely discuss in more detail when I'll show you the DPI, how it is going to happen, how the cloud application recognition is going to happen, and how everything is going to be understood by the in the vManage or vEdge logs, right? So this is how it is going to happen. So this is the one thing. Now let's talk about. Just give me one second. So just what I'm going to talk. Let's understand about. So you can see. We can see here like we having the labs, right? So just give me 1 second. This is our lab. So this is the lab on which we will do the our all testing. So this, once we start the official session, everyone will get this lab access remotely. We can access anywhere in the world. It's not necessary. You just have to be required anything hardware specific. Just you need a laptop where the internet is working, and you just have to access this URL, and you can access anywhere the lab based on the browsers. So this lab is accessible from anywhere, right? So once we start the official discussion about the module, and that module is going to covered by the as per the Cisco. So Cisco having the documentation module, that is a 300-415 that we call ENSDWI exam. So implementing Cisco SD-WAN solution. So this is the SD-WAN official Cisco module, and which I'm going to cover entire in this particular session. So during all the session, we'll discuss about the architecture module, controller deployment from zero, how the controller can be deployment, right? Router deployment, I'll just cover this everything in very detailed. Policies, we had discussed about the template, we discussed about the security, how it is going to happen, security parameters, what are the different feature we have. We talk about the quality of service, right? Even the configuration. Security, just have to understand the theoretical stuff, no need to do the configuration and security in the SD-WAN for this particular module, but you just have to understand at least what is the URL filtering, what is the advanced malware protection, what is the intrusion prevention system, what is the application aware enterprise firewall, how it is going to integrate it with the Cisco SD-WAN routers and SSL and TLS proxy as well. And then we just discuss about the secure web gateway, DNS security, and also we try to understand and configure the policing, shaping, marking, scheduling, queuing, and per tunnel QS as well. So these all, and then finally we'll do the management and like operation stuff. So everything we'll discuss in this particular module. No need to worry. And the policy, lot of policies, even the policy they have given is very less, but I can show you the latest batch what I'm running right now. We have done a lot of policies, right? And you can see a lot of template we have done the configuration. So even you will get the more whatever syllabus itself mentioned. So let me show you the live classes which is happening on the every weekend, and it is about to finish very soon. So that's why you're planning the new one. So just wait, let me log in and I'll show you the vManage, how it looks like. So this is my vManage. You don't know, you are very new. What is a vManage? So no need to worry. I'll show you everything. What is a vManage, vBond, vSmart, how SD-WAN component is going to be. See, this is a beautiful dashboard of the vManage, Cisco SD-WAN vManage. And if you log in this vManage, you'll see inside a lot of configuration I have done in the current batch. So you'll see the policies, you'll see the template, you can see your vSmart is up and running, your vBond is up and running, your vEdge 5 sites, you can see total 5 sites and everything up and working because it's fully configured lab. Right now we completed. So basically the lab is going to start from zero. So I'm just telling and note my word, none of the configuration will be available in this lab, only topology will be available, and we'll do and build this lab in zero. Zero means there is no configuration. Every step start from here, and everything I will show you by step by step. So building the lab itself is going to be, good learning for everyone, and it is going to give you the flavor how the underlay is going to be built via the internet ISP, how the static routing is going to be connected, default routing is going to be connected, how the reverse routing is going to happen for the internet transport, and how the MPLS is going to be built over the BGP through the vEdge and the legacy WAN. So this underlay I am going to tell you in the very detail, so you will understand in very detail, and then we'll do the very like detailed controller deployment, how the vManage can be deployed, how the day zero configuration can be integrated in the vManage, how the vBond can be deployed, how the vSmart can be deployed, what is the meaning of the root CA, why do we really require the root CA, and how the integration all three is going to happen, and further how the fabric is going to build between the vEdge and the vBond and vManage and the vSmart, and how the routing can be exchanged, what is the OMP, what is the TLS, what is the DLS, what is TLOC extension, what is the policy, what is the template, device template, feature template, lot of thing we have to do, right? So let me just show you what the course module. So in current scenario, you can see all labs are working, and you can see if I'm going to show you the policies. So policies we have covered till now. Still, it's not completed every policy. You can see hub and spoke. We having a 3 type of hub and spoke policies based on the default policy, route based policy. We having the TLOC based policy, route leak policy, VPN membership policy, application aware routing policy, DIA policy, QS policy, some testing policy, and still some localized policies are pending to explain to the people. You can see only QS policy I have explained, BGP, OSPF, localized policy still pending in the batch. So that's not covered. So a lot of policy I have to cover is still because still the batch is running and we are about to finish after 10 hours, right? So that is going to be cover remaining things. And you can see the template is fully covered. So you can see we having the vSmart template, vManage templates based on the CLI, based on the feature template, you can see, and a dual site transport, dual site DC transport, dual site transport device, MPLS only site, and you can see these are the device template. You don't know what is the device template, what is the feature template. So I have covered a lot of feature template. You can see how much feature template we have. 27 feature template I have configured, different feature configured, and I just integrated these feature template with the device template, and based on that we configure the router. So you will get the idea how CLI can be converted in the GUI, and what is the step-by-step approach from the CLI to GUI conversion. Okay, so everything I'm going to cover in very details and step by step with the lab guide process. So everything what I'm showing, that you will get the lab guides also. So every how the controller is going to deploy. So everything steps is written here. What all step you have to follow, what the configuration you have to do, because the situation is very complex for the SD-WAN. It's not very easy. It's not a baby and cup of tea. You can easily do that. So you just have to follow me. You just have to understand the concept from me, and you just have to see how I am doing, and you'll get the recordings, which is lifetime accessible recording to you. You can always anywhere you can watch the recordings. Your batch is lifetime accessible recording to you. It's not like 6 months or 1 year. It's a lifetime till the time you want to watch, you can watch it. Okay, so that recording will be available, and every documentation, even the study materials, even the lab guides, even the whatever the content I'm telling, if you want to configuration, that all will be shared with you. And then you can start watching the recording if you forget the concept, and that lab guide will help you step by step configuration, so you no need to struggle much. Okay, you can easily, if you forget the configuration, you can refer the lab guide, what the configuration was there, and you can easily do the configuration. Every steps is written in the every lab guide. So a lot of lab guide I have for the TLOC extensions. We having the lab guide for the policies. We having lab guide for the controller onboarding. So a lot of things we have to cover here in the lab guides also. So no need to worry about that, right? So this is about the vManage. You can see a lot of things we have done. Policy certification we have done, right? So you can see that these are the edges where we have built on the SD-WAN fabric. So we having the different IP address, serial number, certifications, details, and this is the controllers, right? So we having the one vBond, one vSmart, one vManage. So these all are also showing for you all, right? So you can refer from here, and based on that vBond, vSmart, and vManage, you can analyze the everything. And finally, the dashboard is a powerful tool for the SD-WAN, where in this dashboard you can see everything what is happening with my current fabric of the SD-WAN. What is the health, site health? You can see, is there any kind of the partial WAN connectivity goes down, no WAN connectivity, any kind of error, controller status, it's up or down. You can see green and green and green. Up is green, right? Do you have any warning for the certification? This symbol is certification, right? What are the device rebooted in last 24 hours, right? vManage health, what is the status? Do you having an error, warning, all are normal, transport health? So you can see a lot of things we have seen in the dashboard itself, and I'll explain everything in very detail. What is the TLOCs, right? You can see what is the loss, latency, and jitter for the every WAN transport. That information is also available here, and you can easily figure it out by referring that application. And in addition of that, if you want to go in the very deep level of the troubleshooting for the any your routers and any vanish, so you can just go in the real times. And after going in the real times, basically you'll get a lot of information for your routers. If you want to get the application, what application is running on the particular site location on the routers, you'll get that application information here. Right now nothing is running because just I turned on the lab and no production is going on, so it's showing nothing, but your actual production will get a lot of information. And followed by the interfaces, you will get a lot of interface information, which interface having the how much utilization. You can see the real time, no need to log into the routers and all, and you can get every interface information from here, and how the traffic is going, what is the current RX load, or what is the current TX load, and WAN throughput you want to get, you can get from here. WAN throughput, how the WAN is behaving, what the capacity link traffic is going right now. And if you want to get even talker, so probably in the legacy you just have to run the command IP flow commands to get the top talkers, but here by default you'll get the all top talker results and TLOC information, tunnel information, firewall information. So a lot of things we have here, and based on that basically we can do a lot of things, right? If you want to do the live troubleshooting, if you want to simulate the flow, if you want to ping, trace, everything you can do from here, right? How my traffic is going, troubleshooting you can do from it. See, this tool is the single pane of glass. It's a very powerful dashboard. No need any additional tools. So that's known as a vManage. And this is the main component of the Cisco SD-WAN, where you have to do all the configuration. All configuration is going to be happen in this vManage. I'll talk in very detail in upcoming classes. Every devices we just have to understand in very detailed functionality. But I'm just giving the overview how this look like, right? So this vManage is going to be get you the very good idea how this is going to be configured, how this is going to be happen, and based on that, you are just going to do everything from this. And vBond is like, it's like one of the single piece where everyone have to be proof I am the right person to enter this particular fabric. If you are failed to proof you having not right identity, you'll not join the SD-WAN fabric. I'll discuss more in detail in real-time examples how it is going to happen, right? vSmart is responsible for the all routing informations. That is also going to be covered in very detail how the routing is going to happen. And finally, this is the vEdge, which is the SD-WAN routers, which is going to deploy on the different sites. And behind those is SD-WAN, your normal LAN can be, normal router, normal switches can be deployed. So any question till now? Anyone having anything? Whatever I just told, anyone feel anything need to be addressed, or shall I continue? Okay, so no worry. Let me just continue my presentations. So this is all we'll cover, and we having the cEdge also. We onboard the cEdge, we onboard the vEdge. Everything will cover here. No need to worry at all, right? After that, these are the syllabus I explain. Like, yes, Ajay, anything we want to ask?
Yes सर, एक क्वेश्चन था।
हाँ बताइए।
ये एक्चुअली ये डिवाइसेस में, वियर्ड डिवाइसेस में लिनक्स यूज करते हैं या दूसरा कोई सॉफ्टवेयर? ये क्योंकि मैं देखा था
लिनक्स, इसका जो बेस है ना जिसपे पूरी होती है, लिनक्स बेस ही होते हैं। इसमें जितने भी आपको चीजें करनी होती है, इसमें दिखाता हूँ, तो लिनक्स बेस कमांड चलता है इसमें। जैसे इसको मैं लॉगिन किया यहाँ पे, तो आपको यहाँ पे विशेल में जाना पड़ता है और यहाँ पे लिनक्स कमांड चलती है, ls-l। सो आपके रूट सी वगैरह सब कुछ है वो सारे देखते हैं। सो यहाँ पे ये सारे लिनक्स बेस कमांड चलती है। तो इसके जितने भी डिजाइन है जो सॉफ्टवेयर है, सारे लिनक्स बेस ही है यहाँ बेसिकली। ठीक है।
ओके सर।
हाँ, बट आपको ज्यादा कुछ लिनक्स का ध्यान नहीं रखना है, क्योंकि आपके लिए वो नहीं है। आपको नेटवर्किंग समझना, कॉन्सेप्ट समझना है, और कुछ छोटी छोटी कमांड है लिनक्स बेस पे जो सर्टिफिकेशन के टाइम यूज होंगे, दैट यू हैव टू टेक केयर ड्यूरिंग द कॉन्फ़िगरेशन। वो मैं बता दूंगा, ठीक है। वो सारे डॉक्यूमेंट में लिखा हुआ है कैसे कैसे आपको यूज करना है। बट आपको लिनक्स आता है तो दैट इज गोइंग टू मतलब गिव यू द एडिशनल फीचर। कुछ इसमें ज्यादा आपको लिनक्स करने का नहीं है, बट थोड़ा सर्टिफिकेशन टाइम में चाहिए होता है। बाकी एवरीथिंग रिलेटेड टू द प्योर नेटवर्किंग, नो लिनक्स हियर, राइट?
बट रियल टाइम पे तो चाहिए ना, ये तो यहाँ
real time maybe you don't need Linux. You just have to export some logs based on the vSales. You just, that command is will get easily in the documents. So आपको लिनक्स की स्किल नहीं चाहिए, बस कुछ कमांड चाहिए, कैसे उसको रन करते हैं वो ऑलरेडी सिस्को ट्रबलशूट डॉक्यूमेंट में आपको मिल जाएगा, ठीक है। सो आपको मैं एक बुक दे दूंगा, उसमें देखोगे तो आपको सारे कमांड बेस आपको मिल जाएंगे। कहाँ गया बुक? सो SD-WAN, ये कमांड रेफरेंस बुक है हमारे पास। इसमें सारी कमांड्स हैं। मैं आप लोगों की बुक दे दूंगा, तो हर एक चीज के लिए आपका अगर CLI पे आपको ट्रबल शूटिंग करने का अगर ज्यादा है, तो एवरीथिंग इज अवेलेबल इन दिस बुक। एवरीथिंग आपको जो करना है, आपको सब कुछ कमांड इसमें मिल जाएगा। सो आपको लिनक्स वाली जो कमांड है, ऐसे मैं रियल प्रोडक्शन वर्ल्ड में भी आपको लिनक्स का कोई ज्यादा यूज नहीं होगा, ट्रस्ट मी, क्योंकि मैंने बहुत काम किया है। बस उतनी ही चीज चाहिए होती है। कई बार लॉग लेना पड़ता है आपको, वार फाइल में आपको लॉग को एक्सपोर्ट करना पड़ता है फॉर ट्रबल शूटिंग ओनली। रेस्ट एवरीथिंग अवेलेबल ऑन द GUI. So there is no problem with the CLI. Everything you can do. The only concept for the SD-WAN was to replace the CLI. Everything available in the GUI vManage. Everything you can do from the vManage. So why you need a CLI? So no need of Linux, okay? But few things we just have to do. That's why we just have to know some few commands, okay? All right. So okay, Ajit.
Yes, sir, clear.
Okay. So next thing, like, let me just tell you the syllabus. So I cover, like, we having a total 6 architecture modules where we will discuss about the complete, describe the Cisco SD-WAN architectures. मैं पूरा आर्किटेक्चर आप लोगों को बताऊंगा कि सिस्को आर्किटेक्चर क्या है, क्या हमारा vManage है, क्या हमारा vBond है, कैसे हमारा मैनेजमेंट प्लेन, कंट्रोल प्लेन, डेटा प्लेन, how everything is running, and what is the difference between data plane and management plane or orchestration plane, and what is the idea, where actually idea was come in a picture, how this management plane, data plane was like decided based on the legacy WAN. So I'll give the very good example how the legacy WAN was working, and based on the legacy WAN, how the SD-WAN was evolved, right? So that was the very good example I'll give based on that next class PPT, where I'll tell about the history of the normal router scenario, how your control plane, data plane, IO module, and switch fabric is going to work in the single box, and how it is derived from the this single box to like your SD-WAN box. So this things is going to be covered in very detail in upcoming class. And next thing, like based on that, what we have to do, we'll cover this architecture, right? So architecture, you'll understand the orchestration plane, what is a vBond, how the NAT is going to happen, do we really require NAT, and why we require the NAT, right? And based on that, we understand after that management plane, that is the vManage. So I'll explain the little bit about the vManage, but we'll discuss in very details about that management plane also, right? So that management plane is going to be covered about everything uh, from the vManage point of view, how the single pane of glass vManage and what all feature we can explore, how the configuration is going to be happen. So this all thing will cover in very detail. Then after we'll discuss for the control plane, how the OMP is going to, what is the OMP? This is a new thing for the everyone. This is the new routing protocol that we call overlay management protocol. So this is the new routing protocol. Likewise, the BGP, likewise the OSPF, likewise the MPLS, likewise the ISIS, right? And the EIGRP, whatever you know about the legacy routing protocol, similar wise, we having the OMP. So this is the new routing protocols that is going to use between the Cisco SD-WAN, right? So where we have to learn how this OMP is going to be configured, how the OMP route is going to be exchanged between the site, between the vSmart. Do we really require to exchange to vManage or vBond or not? If not, then why not? If required, then why required? So these kind of the questions and answer we'll explore together, and I'll make sure you understand where actually vSmart send the routing from vSmart to which device. Do we send vBond? Do we send the vManage, or it is going to send to the vEdge, or it is only sent to the vSmart to vSmart, or vSmart to vEdge, or the other devices? So everything will cover, okay? And I'll give the very realistic examples to you all. And then finally, we'll land up with the data plane, right? So data plane is like your actual edge devices on which your routers are connected, right? So this is your data plane. So your routers, your LAN is going to be connected on this particular. So you can see, I just decided different type of the interfaces here, and these different type of interfaces, we're going to run different routing protocols. One, I can use the legacy static routing, we can run the OSPF, we can run the BGP. So we can use different LAN, different routing protocols, and based on that, we'll build the full fabric for the all LAN locations. And we'll see how the OSPF routing is going to be redistributed in the OMP, how the OMP is going to be redistributed in the OSPF and a BGP, vice versa, and how the static route going to be exchanged over the OMP, and how further OMP route can be reached to the LAN router via the running the static routing, how the reverse routing is going to be required. So these all things is going to be covered in very details. So no need to worry at all, right? And then after once we've done this particular data plane and we understand the BFD, we'll understand what is a V route, what is IPSEC, and what is a GRA, and also this is a very important topic, the TLOC. So what is a TLOC, right? Transport locator we basically call. Why we need a TLOCs? What is the combination? What is a tuple of TLOCs we required? So these things I'll explain, and you understand meaning of the TLOCs, and this is the main important key thing of the TLOCs of the SD-WAN. So this will describe, and the configuration I will show you, and then we'll discuss about the what is the SD-WAN edge platform and capability. So everything it is mentioned for the different routers, and I'll show you the different router, different capabilities, and how you can deploy in the hosted environment, in the on-premise environment. We'll understand what is the on-premise, what is the hosted, that is a cloud, that is your own data centers, and then what are different models we have, and what kind of the feature we have in different managed routers. So this is going to be covered in this discussion, and then followed by that we'll discuss about the software as a services, infrastructure as a services, co-location, what that mean, and how basically we need. So that is also going to be described in the very layman language, and I'll give you that very realistic example, like what is SaaS, what is the IaaS. And so let me just show you. So if you see that particular flow chart, so I'll explain you like in the very real time like how it is going to, what is a hosted application based your DC, what is the IaaS, what is the PaaS, and what is the SaaS. So these all I'll explain in a different color in the very layman language, so you can memorize for lifetime. No need to worry. Okay. So this is going to be described in these particular sessions. Okay. Then after a while, we'll do the main thing, that is a controller deployment. This is the most important and most complex thing is the SD-WANs to deploy the controllers, right? So no need to worry. Okay, I'm saying it's the most important and most complex. That means you have to invest a lot of time. You just have to do the lot of complex configuration uh, to this make this box up and working. This box is like one of the, say, I can say complex thing in entire SD-WAN, right? To just bringing up the SD-WAN controllers. But I make you easy for you because I'll explain the very step by step in a very detailed configuration, and also same time we having the lab guide ready. So every step is written here. So your life will be easy. No need to do anything. You just have to follow. I'll explain the concept. I'll do the configuration in front of you, and then after you can easily refer the lab guides, and you can just do the configuration by your own once you'll get the lab access. So there is no need to worry at all, right? So after that, once we done that, then what we have to do, we'll see how the installation controller redundancy, we'll talk about that. And that we'll also discuss about the certification, how it is going to happen. That's why we include the roots here. And after certification and all, we'll try to troubleshoot some connectivity between the controllers and the devices. So that also will do different scenario. I will make you different tickets. I'll make you, and I'll make sure like you understand the real scenario, how it is going to be happening. So this is about the controller deployment. Then after
Sir, I have
we
a
have,
question.
yes, please tell me.
Sir, just that there are three controllers. So on premises, we install it in a KVM or EXCIE. On the other hand, if we use Azure or AWS, so on that same we use the EXCI KVM.
Arjun,
There is
sorry,
another application to install.
can you just one more time repeat your question? I just missed that in the middle part. So can you just repeat one more time? Sorry for
Sir,
that.
the controllers on
Mhm.
premises, we install the controllers on a EXI server or a KVM. On the other hand, if we are using AWS or Azure, so on that Azure or AWS, we use EXI, or there is a other application to install controllers.
No. See, ESXi is the open platform, right? So right now you see this EVNG is running over the ESXi server, right? This EVNG is running over the ESXi server, right? So this is something hypervisor. ESXi is the hypervisor on which we are running this EVNG. So our entire lab is running on that hypervisor, that is ESXi. And you are talking in the cloud infrastructure, are they going to use the ESXi? You're
Yeah,
talking the
in
same,
that
right?
in on a cloud,
Yeah.
are they
Yes. So
using or other application is there?
no. See, they are going to use a different OS version, not ESXi. I have deployed this on the Google Cloud, GCP. So they having their own hosted applications based on the CentOS and all, right? So they having a similar kind of the capability like what Linux-based ESXi do, right, or KVM do. But they're not going to use the VM. This is a pure VMware, right? But AWS and Azure is like their own application they have, right? So they having their own VM, their own OS. So they using their own systems, on containers, on VMs, and over there they hosted those applications. So that's why they not mentioned here. But similar kind of stuff they are going to use, not exactly ESXi. This is a pure VMware. This is a pure VMware. Okay?
Got it, sir.
Yeah. Thank you. So, any other question, guys? Anyone having anything in your mind? So I keep speaking. I know I'm very fast sometimes speak, so I forget about your feelings, your questions. अगर है तो बताओ, I'll try to help you out. Okay. ठीक है, कोई बात नहीं, पूछ लेना आप लोग. So I was talking about that final step, we will discuss about the router deployments. That is our vEdges. So different vEdges we have. You can see we having the VS3, we having a cEdge. So you'll understand the difference between the what is the vEdge, what is the cEdge, and based on the difference between the vEdge and cEdge, we'll understand how the vEdge can be deployed, how LAN integration can be happen, and how basically we can run the different VRRP. How the HSRP is not going to support in the SD-WAN, they only support the VRRP, right? So you cannot configure the VRRP. We can understand how the OSPF, BGP, EIGRP integration going to happen, and how this is going to be configured based on the CLI and vManage mode. Both way we'll understand how the CLI configuration is going to happen and how the GUI configuration is going to happen. Because even the this topic itself and Cisco SDWAN syllabus itself want you should know both things, because sometimes you just have to troubleshoot the issue on the GUI, sometimes you just have to troubleshoot in the CLI, because people are coming from the CLI background, they're working many years in the CLI, suddenly they get the access of the GUI, so they confuse and they don't accept that, right? So that we'll understand. And then OMP configuration, I'll tell you how the OMP is going to configuration, how the redistribution is going to happen from the one protocol to another protocol, and TLOC configuration, how it's going to happen. TLOC extension will understand, overlay, dynamic tunnels, everything will understand, right? So onboarding, plug and play, zero touch, everything I'll explain. No need to worry about that. So router deployment and the architecture is the key component. They're having the 2020 weightage, and then further is the policies. Policy is one of like pillar. And this is like router deployment. You can see this is the vManage feature and device template. This is also one of the pillars, right? So policies, we just have to understand the control policies, what are your data policies, what is the significance of the data policies, what is the significance of the control policies, how the configuration end-to-end segmentation is going to happen for the VPN, whatever the VPN we are going to create. So VPN, we having a different, likewise the VRF, we having the VPN in the SD-WAN. So we having a different VPNs. Likewise, we having the transport VPN. We having the management VPN, and we having the service VPN. So different VPNs we have, and different range. So this is a 0, this is the 512, this is the 12511, and again 513265 x.x. I'll tell. हाँ एयरटेल में बताइए, रेंज बताइए आप. Sorry, क्वेश्चन बताइए. रेंज पूछ रहा हूँ मैं आपसे. हाँ जी पूछिए. विशाल.
विष्णु एक्चुअली
विष्णु.
सर एक्चुअली वो आपका मार्कर नहीं दिख रहा था, अभी दिख रहा है.
अच्छा अभी दिख रहा है मार्कर. ओके 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 ओके, थोड़ा लैगिंग हो गया होगा आपका. मैं तो लिख रहा था यहाँ से, हो सकता है इंटरनेट में कुछ प्रॉब्लम आ गया होगी. कोई बात नहीं. ओके
सर
ओके.
एक क्वेश्चन भी है कि जैसे
हाँ.
मतलब मैंने क्या है ना SD-WAN लैब गूगल क्लाउड पे डिप्लॉय की हुई है. इस आपके लैब में मुझे ये दो आईनेट और mpls के बीच में डायरेक्ट कनेक्टिविटी दिख रहा है 101.0.0/30. व्हाट इज द पर्पस फॉर दैट?
This is the special purpose I have designed to just एक special use case है, and that describe those use case, right? So abhi I'll cover this in the live class. What is the problem and why, how the problem is going to be sorted out between these two clouds? Okay, so we'll discuss it in upcoming. Okay, if I start discussing, people will not understand what I'm telling. Okay, so later on we'll discuss. Okay,
got it. Good. Thank you, sir.
All right, any other question? विशाल आप कुछ पूछ रहे हो? आप देख रहा हूँ आप अनम्यूट हो. यू वांट टू आस्क. हिंदी में पूछ लो, कोई दिक्कत नहीं. इफ यू फील कंफर्टेबल हिंदी और इंग्लिश, एनीथिंग यू कैन आस्क. देयर इज नो प्रॉब्लम फॉर मी.
No sir, actually I just joined, so I forget to mute myself. Sorry.
Oh, okay. No problem. It's okay. Thank you. Welcome to GuiNet. We most welcome the new peoples. Okay, so I was talking about VPNs, right? So VPN, we having the service VPN, management VPN, and the transport VPN. And every VPN I'm going to configure from very scratch. And you can see of any of the routers, if I'll going to show you, even you go here, you'll find some VPN configuration. So let me just show you some live details to you. So if I'm running the command show run, so you can see there are 510 VPNs. There is no configuration. I like intentionally made no configuration here, but if you see in the vManage, you'll find the configuration of the VPN 0, because the vManage must require a VPN 0 configuration for the out of band connectivity. So here you'll see that we having the VPN 0, VPN. See, so VPN 512, that is the management VPN. VPN 0 we having for the transport, but we don't have the service VPN here, right? Because on controller, service VPN is not going to be required. So why and we not required? We'll get this answer in the live session, right? I'll explain. But here you can see management is not required for time being, but you can see we having a different service VPN, VPN 30, VPN 10, VPN 20. One is running the OSPF, One is might be running some kind of the what this is running the BGP. You can see. So different things, and this is the static routing. So I told na ki different links I have, and different links having a different configuration. So this is a real thing. I'm just running out with my current batch. Okay, so you can refer this configuration, and everything is available here. And based on that, basically we are using. Aziz, you having a question? I can see you raise your hand.
Hi sir.
Yes.
सर एक्चुअली ये वर्चुअल प्राइवेट नेटवर्क जो होता है ना सर, जो हब टू स्पोक के बीच में टनल क्रिएट करने के लिए ये वीपीएन की जरूरत पड़ती, बराबर? ट्रेडिशनल नेटवर्क में।
क्वेश्चन ये इतना ही क्वेश्चन है, मतलब कुछ और इसका पूछना चाहते हैं?
यहाँ आप सर्विस वीपीएन, ये कॉन्सेप्ट तो मुझे पता है सर्विस वीपीएन इसका, बट उसके उसको डिफरेंट क्या है दोनों के बीच में?
अच्छा ये क्वेश्चन था, मैं आई वाज थिंकिंग कि आप यही पूछोगे। दैट इज अ गुड क्वेश्चन। सी, सो आपका दैट इज वन वीपीएन, ठीक है, दैट इज गोइंग टू यूज टू पिक द हब इन स्पोक, और लाइक दिस इज देयर हब राउटर, and might be this is the spoke, right? And this is another spoke, and this is another spoke. So यहाँ पे you can run the VPNs, right? So ये VPN क्या हो सकते हैं? ये आपके DM VPNs हो सकते हैं, DM VPN, VPN, sorry. I always hate my bad writings, okay? DM VPN. So this is DM VPN. It could be the IPSEC VPN. IPSEC VPN. So they're just going to build a tunnels, right? So these are the tunnels. Okay, so this is called one of the VPN. Over the tunnel, we are going to communicate from this LAN to this LAN. So this is just forming the overlay. We call the overlay. So ये concept that is used in the legacy network. ठीक है, तो एक VPN तो ये होता है, जैसे हम overlay अपने LAN को underlay के through overlay बनाकर we can just make the reachability from the LAN A to LAN B. So this is the VPN. Now the second VPN, you just understand about the VRF. Do you guys know the VRF that we call the virtual routing forwarding, right?
Yes, sir, we know. Continue, sir.
So virtual routing forwarding. So this VPN is nothing. This is the VRF, what we know. So this VPN is entirely different between the hub and spoke and the whatever the VPN we have in the DM VPN, IPSEC VPN. This is the completely
is it service VPN.
Yes, that is service VPN I'm talking. Service
because
VPN.
There is only three types of VPN: transport management and service only.
Whatever the VPN you're talking, even the management VPN, even the transport VPN, even the service VPN, the all category are going to form in terms of the VRF. So if you are creating,
sir, DM VPN का तो कोई शायद I guess इसमें कोई template कुछ create करने का है ही नहीं.
No, DM VPN is not required. यहाँ कुछ भी जरूरत नहीं है. DM VPN, nothing is required for DM VPN. So VPN 512 just name as the management, right? MGMT. VPN 0, that is for the transport, right? Service VPN is, that is a VPN 12511 to 512265x.x.x. I'll tell you the exact number that we call the service VPN. So this VPN, whenever you create the VPNs, they are act as a VRF. So one routing will not going to exchange the another routing table to another VPN. So if I'm creating anything in the VPN 30, it is not going to exchange the VPN 20. You can see. So they are completely two VRF for the two customer, two domains. So this is the VPN meaning on this particular SD-WAN. I'll tell in more detail, no worry, but just understand.
मतलब ट्रेडिशनल नेटवर्क का VPN और ये SD-WAN का VPN डिफरेंट है.
Yes, completely different. आप SD-WAN का VPN आप समझो कि VRF ही है, बस आप इतना जानो कि it's a VRF.
Okay.
इसका VPN का मतलब it's a VRF. आप VRF traditional जानते हो, that is a VRF, not more than that. Okay.
Okay.
It's complete isolated unit, complete isolated routing tables. Let me show you the routing table. So you'll get the every VPN having their own routing tables. Show IP route. So you'll see here. See VPN 0, they are having their own routing table. See the VPN 10 having their own routing table. See. Their VPN 20, they're having their own routing table. See, VPN 30 having their own routing. By default, VPN 10 cannot talk to the VPN 20. They are completely isolated. They cannot talk to VPN 30. If you want to do so, you just have to use the another policy that we call the route link policy, that we call the extranet policy. We called in the SD-WAN extranet policy. So the policy you can see here. Sorry. This policy you can see here, this one that we call extranet policy. By using this extranet policy, basically we can run the VPNs. We can run the VRF communication. So VPN 10 by default cannot talk to VPN 20, or you can talk the VRF 10 cannot talk to the VRF 20. But if you use the extranet policy, you can talk it. Similar, अगर आप लोग के MPBGP आता है, तो आप अगर VRF बनाते हो, so one VRF route, VRF A route cannot be exchanged to VRF B. All agree? आप इसको exchange करना तो क्या use करना पड़ता है? You just have to use RT value, that is import and export. आप use करते थे ना MPLS में? So the same thing is going to be used here. That is a export extranet policy, just going to import and export. Let me show you the policy, how it is going to happen. तो थोड़ा सा आप लोग आइडिया मिल जाएगा कि पॉलिसी कैसी बनी हुई है.
आरडी क्या हो गया सर?
Route distinguisher, that is going to make your route unique across the fabric. That is a RD value.
इसके अंदर यूज होता?
इसमें नहीं यूज होगा, आपको इसमें कहीं यूज नहीं, RD कोई यूज नहीं है इसमें.
अभी
आपको
RT
इसमें
होता है ना सर?
RT में पुराना एग्जांपल दे रहा हूँ, पुराना एग्जांपल MPLS में यूज होता है, SDWAN में यूज नहीं होगा. MPLS में यूज नहीं होगा आपका, इसमें RT कुछ भी नहीं होगा. एक्सट्रानेट में देखो क्या यूज होता है, कैसे यूज होता है. ये पॉलिसी हमारी है. So this is the policy. In this policy, we just have to export one route to another route. See, VPN 10, I just exported in the VPN 20 and vice versa. VPN 20 in the VPN 10. So ये मेरी policy बन गई कि मतलब बता रहा हूँ कि how I have to make the communication from the one VPN to another VPN. And this is how it is going to form the final connections. So this is about the
vice versa क्या? ये just use
vice versa means कि vice versa मतलब कि इसका मतलब ये हुआ कि आपने 10 को 20 में डाल दिया, 20 को 10 में डाल दिया, मतलब अदला बदली कर दिया. Just exchange 10 to 20 and 20 to 10. So आपने मुझे कुछ दे दिया, मैंने आपको कुछ दे दिया, तो हो गया ना exchange, vice versa. दोनों लोग आपस में exchange कर दिए, that is going to vice versa. ठीक है? Okay, so इसके बाद मैं क्या बताने वाला था? So what I was going to tell. So yes, so we are talking about the policies. So everything policy I'm going to cover, right? So no need to even application aware routing, direct internet access. See, everything is like here. You can see DIA policy already I made in here. So you can see when the policy, you can go here and see the DIA already. So majority of things already has been covered, right? So no need to worry. Finally, QS. Sorry, कहाँ गया? Yes, quality of service. You can see.
सब कुछ कवर कर दिए, फिर हम क्लास ज्वाइन करें तो हम आपको कैसा करते सर?
हाँ?
आप तो सब कुछ कवर कर दिए इसके अंदर, फिर हम नई क्लास ज्वाइन करें तो सब बेसिक से बताते फिर?
नहीं, मैं आपकी आप ये पुराने बैच का है ना, आपके लिए तो नया बनेगा ना सब कुछ.
अच्छा ठीक है सर.
इट इज न्यू, पुराने बैच का मैं बता रहा हूँ, जो भी करंट बैच चल रहा है, जो अबाउट टू फिनिश, जिसके बाद आप लोग को मुझे पढ़ाना है, ठीक है? सो वो आपके लिए तो जीरो से स्टार्ट होगा ना एवरीथिंग. इट इज नॉट गोइंग टू बी, मैं आपको एक रेफरेंस दिखा रहा हूँ कि मैं पुराने बैच में क्या कराया हूँ जो सिलेबस के हिसाब से है. आप समझो बात को मेरी.
सर अगर जैसे कुछ मिसिंग हो जाता है तो उसका बैकअप आगे मिल जाता है क्लासों का?
हाँ बिल्कुल, क्यों नहीं मिलेगा बैकअप? क्या मिसिंग? जैसे कोई टॉपिक छूट गया तो
कई बार रहता है कि बाहर जाना पड़ जाता है, कोई काम रहता है, क्लासेस छूट जाती हैं, तो अगर कुछ समझ
कोई बात नहीं यार.
तो
GuiNet टेक्नोलॉजी में अगर आप एक बार इनरोल करते हो किसी एक कोर्स के लिए, यू कैन गेट द लाइफ टाइम मेंबरशिप फॉर दैट. नो नीड टू वरी, नो नीड टू पे फॉर दैट. आप कब कितनी बार रिकॉर्डिंग तो आपको सारा रहेगा, आपको रिकॉर्डिंग तो मिल ही जाएगा ना, आपको रिकॉर्डिंग तो हमेशा मिलेगा. बट आपको लाइव क्लास में ज्वाइन करना है. इफ यू जस्ट इनरोल फॉर द SD-WAN और आपको एक बार में नहीं समझ आया, आप नहीं कोर्स कर पाए, यू कैन हर महीने कोर्स चलता है, अगले बैच में आके ज्वाइन कर लो, खत्म हुई बात को. क्या दिक्कत है आपको?
हेलो सर.
हाँ जी बताइए.
टाइम ड्यूरेशन और फीस क्या है सर?
टाइम ड्यूरेशन सैटरडे संडे को आपका 10 to 12:30 होगा. फी आई कैन नॉट टॉक, दैट इज गोइंग टू कवर्ड बाय सम डिफरेंट टीम. सो मेरे को आइडिया नहीं है उसके बारे में, तो आप लोगों को बात करना पड़ेगा. somebody is connect. ओके, सो सैटरडे संडे होगा 10 से 12, 12:30. सॉरी.
कितने दिनों में कंप्लीट होगा सर पूरा कोर्स?
ये कंप्लीट हो जाएगा आप लोग का 2 मंथ या मैक्सिमम 2.5 मंथ में, उससे ज्यादा नहीं लगेगा.
सर नेक्स्ट बैच शुरू?
हाँ,
नेक्स्ट बैच कब से है सर शुरू?
बस आज हमारी इंट्रोडक्शन क्लास है और हमारा प्रोबेबली जो पहला क्लास आपका होगा इस सैटरडे को मैं करता हूँ, और टाइमिंग बता दूंगा क्योंकि अभी जो करंट बैच है उसमें कुछ क्लासेस बची हुई हैं, तो आप लोगों को स्पेशल में क्लास दूंगा। मैं आपको टाइम बता दूंगा, नहीं तो 25 से तो 100% स्टार्ट ही हमारा है, कोई दिक्कत की बात नहीं है, ठीक है।
ये सर ये एसडीवन सिस्को एसडीवन के लिए बीजेपी डेप्थ में नॉलेज होना चाहिए कि बीजेपी इन डेप्थ नॉलेज होना चाहिए कि लिटिल बिट बेसिक्स, मतलब जो
नहीं, अगर आपको देखिए मैं आपको बहुत ऑनेस्टली बताता हूँ, देखो
क्योंकि मैं अभी
इसमें
एसेंचर में हूँ
हाँ
और मैं वर्षा एसडीवन पे काम कर रहा हूँ। वर्षा एसडीवन
हाँ,
बेसिकली हमारा डिप्लॉयमेंट का काम है, वर्षा
अच्छा
एसडीवन
अच्छा,
का है और फोर्टिगेट
हम्म
फायरवॉल का भी है। मतलब मेरी अभी क्लास क्या अभी ऑफसेट चल रही है अभी
हम्म
एसेंचर, तो डिप्लॉयमेंट का काम रहता है बेसिकली फोर्टिनेट फायरवॉल और डिप्लॉयमेंट, और उसका आपका वर्षा एसडीवन का है।
हम्म
सिस्को से माइग्रेशन कर रहा है, लेकिन क्या है एसडीवन पे मतलब वर्षा तो अब उसमें वर्षा की मुझे कहीं क्लासेस मिल नहीं रही थी, तो मैंने सोचा
हम्म,
चलो सिस्को का एसडीवन, मैंने कल आपको कनेक्ट किया था, किसी से कनेक्ट किया भी था मुझे मैंने।
अच्छा। वर्षा का 1 मार्च से क्लासेस शायद स्टार्ट होंगी, या मार्च में हम प्लान कर रहे हैं, अभी थोड़ा टाइम का कंस्ट्रेंट है हमारे पास, तो इसलिए वर्षा का नहीं हो पा रहा, बट सुन विल डू। अच्छा हाँ, क्वेश्चन क्या था आपका, मतलब कि
तो
मतलब ठीक है,
मतलब इन डेप्थ
हाँ
नॉलेज, मतलब ओएसपी बीजीपी मुझे इन डेप्थ नॉलेज इतना नहीं है, मतलब इन डेप्थ मतलब बहुत ज्यादा
से
नॉलेज नहीं है,
आपको
बेसिक।
बीजीपी नेबर से बनाने आती है,
हाँ बीसीबी नेबरशिप, हाँ वो कर सकते हैं, वो तो बेसिकली
ओएसपीएफ कॉन्फ़िगरेशन करने आता है,
हाँ हाँ वो सब तो बेसिक कॉन्फ़िगरेशन तो आता है।
डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन आपने किया है कभी बीजीपी टू ओएसपीएफ?
डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन मतलब को मैंने वैसे नहीं किया, सिस्को पैकेट ट्रेसर में वैसे किया है नॉर्मल,
पैकेट
वो
ट्रेस
भी
में किया
क्लाउड।
है ना आपने, आता
हाँ
है ना
पैकेट
आपको?
ट्रेस, हाँ।
बस ठीक है, इतनी नॉलेज आती है तो देर इज नो मच रिक्वायर्ड, क्योंकि इसमें आपको बीजीपी की ज्यादा पढ़ना नहीं, आपको सिर्फ आपको ओएमपी आनी चाहिए कंप्लीट, आपको इसमें एसडीएन में ओएमपी आना चाहिए, और इंटीग्रेशन ओएमपी को कैसे हम बीजीपी में डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करते हैं, बीजीपी को ओएमपी में कैसे डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करते हैं, कैसे बीजीपी नेबरशिप बनती है, इतनी लेवल की नॉलेज होनी चाहिए
एंड
ताकि मैं आपको लैब बता सकूं। अगर
हाँ
आपको
चलो
बिल्कुल
ठीक है।
बीजीपी नहीं आती है कि कैसे नेबर बनाते हैं, कैसे ओएसपी बनाते हैं, तो मैं नहीं रिकमेंड करूंगा कि आप ये कोर्स ज्वाइन करो। यू शुड हैव फर्स्ट सीसीएनपी इनकोर एंड एनआरसी, ये आप करो पहले, फिर जब ये कर लो आप, तब आकर आप एसडीवन करो, क्योंकि कोई यूजलेस है फिर आपको, अगर राउटिंग बेसिक नहीं आती है, अगर लेगेसी वैन नहीं आता है, तो फिर एसडीवन इज नो बेनिफिट, क्योंकि आपका बेस तो
हम्म।
स्ट्रांग होना चाहिए ना।
नहीं
सो
वो तो
मैं
मैं
कभी भी,
मैं
हाँ
मुझे ऑलरेडी मैं 4 साल हो गए मैं नेटवर्क मतलब
हाँ, तो
होने वाले हैं।
बीजेपी का मैं बोल रहा हूँ कि बीजेपी में मैं इसमें कुछ नहीं बताऊंगा, बस सिर्फ इंटीग्रेशन बताऊंगा कि लेगेसी टू वैन
अच्छा
मेन
ये
सब
भी पूछ
कुछ।
रहा था, मतलब बीजीपी और उस पे का कुछ कोर्सेज हैं क्या, वो मतलब बेसिकली उसको मैं एक्सेस कर
हाँ है
सकूं
ना,
उनको
आपका आपका सीसीएनपी एनआरसी कर लो, सीसीएनपी एनआरसी इज बैच इज गोइंग टू स्टार्ट वेरी सून, ठीक है।
हम्म।
सॉरी मैं गलत लिख दिया, एनआरसी ठीक है। सो दिस सीसीएनपी एनआरसी, इसमें पूरी राउटिंग है, बीजीपी एमपीएलएस क्यूएस, आपको इसमें डीएमबीपीएन ओएसपीएफ या जीआरपी बहुत डेप्थ में है, आपको जितने बीजीपी का पॉसिबिलिटी हो सकता है मैं सारा कवर कराता हूँ, यू कैन ज्वाइन एनी टाइम, आपको
अच्छा
कर सकते हो, ठीक है। तो एनआरसी का बैच हमारा है, आप उसको ज्वाइन कर सकते हो, अगर आपको राउटिंग राउटिंग बस अगर राउटिंग सीखनी है, तो अगर पूरी राउटिंग में चैंपियन बनना है तो यू कैन ज्वाइन इट एनी टाइम,
अच्छा।
ठीक है।
तो उसका कोर्स भी क्या होता है?
वो आपको थोड़ा बात करना पड़ेगा, इस नंबर पे आप कॉल कर सकते हो, यू कैन रीच आउट टू नंबर्स एंड यू कैन टॉक टू सपोर्ट टीम, दे विल हेल्प यू। सो आप इन
नहीं
नंबरों पे
एक्सपेक्टेड
कॉल,
अगर पूछ रहा हूँ मैं, एक्सपेक्टेड अगर कितना होगा, मतलब राउटिंग
आई
बेसिक
कैन
राउटिंग।
नॉट टेल हियर, ठीक है तो यू कैन टॉक राइट, मुझे भी कई बार पता नहीं
मतलब
होता है सर। हाँ,
विद इन 10,000 और अबव द 10,000 ऐसा बात, ऐसा
अब
तो पूछ सकते हैं ना।
मेरे को सच में पता नहीं होता है, यू कैन जस्ट टॉक,
हाँ
ठीक है ना, क्योंकि मैं अभी कुछ बोल दूं फिर मतलब आई डोंट नो ना कि मैं कुछ कमिटमेंट कर दूं कि क्या बैकएंड में डिस्कशन होता है, कैसे कोर्स मॉडल बनता है। सो आई एम ट्रेनर हियर, मैं आप लोगों को ट्रेनिंग देता हूँ, बट प्राइसिंग वाइसिंग का दैट इज हैंडल बाय डिफरेंट टीम, ओके।
अच्छा।
तो मैं हाँ, सो डोंट वरी अबाउट दैट, यू विल गेट एवरीथिंग अबाउट दैट। सो फाइनली जब हमारी पॉलिसी हो जाएगी एंड क्वालिटी एंड सर्विसेज हम जब समझ लेंगे, तो लास्ट थिंग विल हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड अबाउट द मैनेजमेंट एंड ऑपरेशंस, ठीक है, जो आप लोग को डे टू डे ऑपरेशन में यूज करना पड़ता है, राइट। सो इसमें आपको डिस्क्राइब, आपको समझना पड़ेगा कि ऑथेंटिकेशन कैसे होता है, मॉनिटरिंग कैसे होती है, रिपोर्टिंग एंड वी मैनेज कैसे होता है, राइट, कॉन्फ़िगरेशन ऑथेंटिकेशन मॉनिटरिंग एंड रिपोर्टिंग कैसे होता है, डिस्क्राइब रेस्ट एपीआई इंफॉर्मेशन कैसे होता है, राइट, एंड ये मॉनिटरिंग कैसे होती है, और आपको सॉफ्टवेयर इमेज कैसे अगर आपको करना है डिप्लॉयमेंट, तो कैसे आप अपग्रेड करोगे, डाउनग्रेड करोगे, क्या उसकी कॉन्फ़िगरेशन होती है, दैट इज गोइंग टू बी कवर इन द लास्ट सेक्शन अबाउट द ऑपरेशन। सो ये सारी चीजें मैं आपको यहाँ बताऊंगा, और आप यहाँ पे सब कुछ समझ जाओगे, और कैसे कैसे होता है सारी चीजें, कैसे आपको कंट्रोलर को अपग्रेड करते हैं, एक साथ हम सारे राउटर कैसे अपग्रेड कर सकते हैं कंट्रोलर को, vManage को, तो एवरीथिंग विल गोइंग टू कवर। ये पूरा कोर्स कंटेंट है दैट इज ऑफिशियली फ्रॉम सिस्को, और ये मैं ऑफिशियली आप लोगों को कराऊंगा थ्रू आउट द सेशन। सो अब जो नेक्स्ट क्लास होगा, आई विल स्टार्ट फ्रॉम दैट दैट SD-WAN, व्हाई वी नीड SD-WAN। हमने आज थोड़ा सा इसका बारे में समझा कि हम इस कोर्स में क्या करने वाले हैं। हमने ये बताया कि आपको लैब में क्या कराया जाएगा, और आप लोगों को ये क्वेश्चन था कि मैं सब कुछ करा चुका हूं तो बचेगा नहीं। आप लोग के लिए जो लैब होगी बिल्कुल न्यू होगी, ब्रांड न्यू, राइट। ऐसा नहीं होगा कि होगा, मैं आप लोग के लिए स्पेशल लैब बनाऊंगा और उसके अंदर कोई भी कन्फिगरेशन नहीं होगा, राइट। सो उस SD-WAN के लैब में आपको बेसिकली आपको सब कुछ जीरो से स्टार्ट होगा, और उस जीरो से स्टार्ट करने के बाद आपको बिल्कुल स्क्रैच से कन्फिगरेशन मिलेगी। कोई भी कन्फिगरेशन नहीं होगी, जस्ट ब्लेम मी अगर एक भी कन्फिगरेशन आपको मिलती है तो। आपको उस समय में टोक देना कि सर आपने तो ऐसा बोला था। आपको ट्रस्ट में बिल्कुल जीरो से कम्युनिकेशन होगी, ठीक है। तो हाँ बताइए, हाँ जी बताइए।
सर जो लैब एक्सेस रहेगा वो कितने दिनों का रहेगा, मतलब जब तक कोर्स खत्म होगा
लैब
तब तक
देखो,
ही रहेगा?
जब तक कोर्स रहेगा अराउंड 2.5 मंथ आपके पास एक्सेस रहेगा ही रहेगा, राइट। दैट इज 24/7 आपके पास एक्सेस रहेगा, 2.5 महीने कम नहीं होते हैं, ठीक है। इसके बाद भी आपको 15 डेज का एक्सटेंशन मिल जाता है, जब भी कोर्स खत्म होता है उसके बाद 15 डेज का एक्सटेंशन मिल जाता है। बट इफ यू फील कि नहीं मुझे 15 दिन का और मिल जाए, 2 हफ्ते का मिल जाए, तो यू कैन पुट अ स्पेशल रिक्वेस्ट, उसमें कोई चैलेंज नहीं आता, उसमें मिल जाता है, कोई टेंशन नहीं है। पढ़ने वालों के लिए मना नहीं करते हैं कि भाई तुम्हें नहीं मिला। कई लोग तो ऐसे 6-6 महीने भी एक्सेस किए हैं। तो इट टोटली डिपेंड कि आप क्या यूज कर रहे हो, कितना यूटिलाइजेशन आपका है, तो उस हिसाब से हम उसको कंसिडर कर लेते हैं। अब कई लोगों को टाइम नहीं मिलता है कि जो मैंने इनरोल कर लिया, मेरे को लैब करने का टाइम ही नहीं मिला, फिर उनको टाइम बाद में मिलता है, तो वी कैन गिव द एक्सटेंशन एज वेल। उसी को प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, उसकी टेंशन छोड़ दो आप लैब की।
सर इसका सर्टिफिकेशन में मतलब इसका Cisco SD-WAN का सर्टिफिकेशन भी तो होता है, मतलब
हाँ होता है ना, ये
सर के
एग्जाम
बाद।
है, इसका एग्जाम होता है। आई थिंक $400 का एग्जाम है इसका। $400 का ही इसका एग्जाम है, या 450 है, मैं भूल भी गया। तो इस बार इसका सर्टिफिकेशन होता है, एक मिनट रुको मैं दिखाता हूँ आपको। इसका
मतलब ये
सर्टिफिकेशन
लैब
होता है।
करने के बाद चलो मान लेते हैं पूरा आपकी कोर्स लैब कंटेंट हमने अच्छी तरह से किया, पूरा
हाँ
ट्यूटोरियल आपने सही लिया, तो
हाँ,
मतलब ये सर्टिफिकेशन मतलब जो एग्जाम होगा वो मतलब निकल सकता है।
100% क्लियर हो जाएगा। लेकिन देखो दो चीजें होती हैं, एग्जाम तो आप बिना पढ़े भी क्लियर कर सकते हो, ठीक है। आपको
अरे
मैं बता
नहीं
रहा
यार ऐसा।
हूँ। तो देखो मैं दो चीजें बता रहा हूँ, दो चीजें होती है। देखो सर्टिफिकेशन इज लाइक कि आज के डेट में हर कोई सर्टिफिकेशन कर लेता है, बट मैं वो बता रहा हूँ कि आपको जो डेप्थ नॉलेज
नॉलेज हाँ
मिलेगी,
मतलब
हाँ
हाँ।
आपको इतनी मिलेगी कि यू कैन क्रैक इंटरव्यू, यू कैन डू योर लेवल अप, राइट। रही बात सर्टिफिकेशन के, सर्टिफिकेशन का जो ट्रिक होता है कुछ अलग होता है। सर्टिफिकेशन का निकालने का ट्रिक होता है कि आपको थोड़ा सा MCQ क्वेश्चन पे ज्यादा ध्यान देना पड़ेगा। आपकी जो MCQ क्वेश्चंस हैं आपको उस पे ज्यादा ध्यान देना पड़ेगा, उसकी थोड़ी तैयारी करनी पड़ेगी एग्जाम क्रैक करने के लिए। ऐसा नहीं है कि मतलब कि आप थ्योरी पढ़ के गए और एग्जाम क्लियर करके आ गए, राइट। आपको MCQ क्वेश्चन, इसके सैंपल क्वेश्चन मिल जाते हैं, तो आपको उस टाइप से तैयारी करके जानी पड़ेगा हर एक टॉपिक का, तो आपको फिर इस हिसाब से एग्जाम आपको क्लियर हो
नहीं
पाएगा।
एग्जाम में तो वो लैब्स भी तो आएंगे, एमसीक्यूज प्लस लैब्स दोनों, मतलब लैब्स के अकॉर्डिंग लैब्स के बेसिस पे क्वेश्चंस होंगे कि
सिनारियो
अगर
बेस
ऐसा
होते हैं,
होगा
सिनारियो बेस होते हैं। लैब आपको नहीं करना, लैब आपको CCIE में सिर्फ मिलता है, ठीक है। जो 8 आवर्स की होती है, 5 घंटे की लैब करनी पड़ती है, 3 घंटे का आपको MCQ होता है। इसमें आपको सिनारियो मिलते हैं, बेस्ड ऑन सिनारियो आपको आंसर करना पड़ता है। तो वो सिनारियो तो आपको 100% क्लियर हो जाएगा जब हम करेंगे, तो इसमें कुछ बचेगा ही नहीं है, सारा आपको पॉलिसी बनाना आएगा, टेम्पलेट बनाना आएगा, तो कुछ यू डोंट हैव टू वरी अबाउट दैट, ठीक है।
अच्छा ओके।
ओके सो और किसी का क्वेश्चन, क्योंकि आई हैव डन आज के लिए, आई थिंक इतना हमारे लिए काफी है, एंड वी कैन कनेक्ट नेक्स्ट क्लास। अगर कोई क्वेश्चन है तो पूछ सकते हैं, अभी भी टाइम है आप लोग के पास।
हो गए सर इसके अंदर कितने मंथ
हाँ
का कोर्स, कितने क्लासेस हो गए इसके अंदर?
2.5 मंथ में आई थिंक हम कितने मतलब हर रोज 2.5 से 3 घंटे हम पढ़ाई करेंगे एक क्लास में, कम से कम 2.5 घंटा तो करना ही करना है। सम टाइम 2.5 घंटा या 3 घंटा भी हो जाता है कई बार, सो डिपेंड करता है। तो 2.5 घंटे आप मान के चलो, तो आपके अराउंड 25 से 30 आवर के बीच में ही खत्म होगा कोर्स, उससे कम नहीं होगा, ज्यादा ही होगा। मतलब 25 आवर से कम नहीं होगा, 30 आवर के अराउंड ही होगा कोर्स आपका। कई बार हम 2.5 मंथ बोलते हैं, उतना बोलते हैं, बट कई बार एक्सटेंड भी करना पड़ता है। कुछ चीजें आप लोग के डिपेंड करता है कि आप लोगों ने कुछ पूछ लिया, कोई स्पेशल टॉपिक, और मुझे उसको कवर करना पड़ गया, तो फिर इट इज गोइंग टू बी हैपन। सो डिपेंड करता है कि महीने में कितने हफ्ते हैं। अगर 5 हैं तो डेफिनेटली आपका 2 से 2.5 सवा 2 महीने में खत्म हो जाएगा। अगर 4 ही हैं, जैसे फैब्रिक में 4 ही होते हैं, तो फिर टाइम लगेगा थोड़ा सा, ठीक है। कम से कम 8 से 10 वीक तो चाहिए, ठीक है।
सर
ठीक है,
वर्षा के लिए किससे बात करना पड़ेगा?
और वर्षा के लिए अभी मिस्टर अभिषेक को आप कनेक्ट कर सकते हैं। आप इस नंबर पे जस्ट यू नीड टू कॉल दिस नंबर एंड यू कैन टॉक टू हिम, ओके।
कोर्स फीस के लिए किसके लिए करना होगा ये वाला
ये
नंबर?
03 पे कॉल कर लो आप लोग, अभी ही इज अवेलेबल एंड ही विल गाइड यू फॉर एवरीवन। ओके, सो प्रोबब्ली थोड़ी देर में कर लेना 1 by 1 आप लोग, क्योंकि ही इज वेरी बिजी, बाकी लोग तो अभी अवेलेबल नहीं है, सो यू कैन जस्ट रीच आउट टू हिम। ठीक है, सो वी आर डन फॉर टुडे। ओके, सो फिर कनेक्ट करते हैं आप लोग को, नया इंफॉर्मेशन मिल जाएगा नेक्स्ट क्लास की। ठीक है, सो जब भी नेक्स्ट क्लास होगा विल कनेक्ट एंड विल स्टार्ट द ऑफिशियल मॉड्यूल। ठीक है, थैंक यू सो मच गाइज एंड आई विश यू ऑल द बेस्ट फॉर एवरीवन एंड सी यू अगेन।